education, launching of our master's and PhD programs, none other than our very own endorser. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Dr. Eugenio Boy Abunda. In behalf of AMA Online Education, I would like to express our sincerest gratitude for everyone who came over here, who joined us here for this launch, and at the same time for this press con. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. At bago namin umpisahan ang ating seremonya, allow me to introduce to you the members of the AMA Online Education who are with us this afternoon. Please welcome our COO, Mr. Christopher Satulan. Of course, our Academic Affairs Head, Dr. Emeline Bagada. Our Technical Director, Oliver Vergara. Executive Director for Cross and Roll, Keys, My CPD, Ms. Geraldine Barreto. Our Sales and Marketing Head, Ms. Micah Calingo. And of course, we also have the Sales for Senior High and Corporate Account, Ms. Emily Alvarez. We would like to acknowledge the presence of our dear press and media people.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Salamat sa pagdalo sa aming ceremonias, signing between AMA Online Education and Dr. Boy Abunda. We are happy that Dr. Boy also accept our proposal to be our endorser for our pastoral and doctoral program. You know, AMA Online Education, when we started way back 5 years ago, hindi namin nakalain na marami palang mga tulad natin mga Pilipino na nagtatrabaho na pero hindi matapos, at yung iba naman tapos na pero gusto mag-advance pa ng career nila. So we found that similarity with Doc Boy na despite of his busy schedule, nagawa pa rin niya makapagtapos ng kanyang doctoral program. So from there, na-inspire kami, and finally, eto na nga, Dr. Boy Abunda will endorse our online pastoral and doctoral program for AMA Online Education. Okay. Magandang hapon and maraming salamat.
Sabi ng AMA Online, the doctor is in. Please welcome Dr. Eugenio Boy Abunda.
Magsasalita ba ako? Isang malaking karangalan I've been asked to endorse this program dahil ito ang kwento ko. Importante na ang aking kwento ay maibahagi sa maraming mga tao na gusto pang mag-aral. I remember, hindi ako nag-graduate ng college nung ako'y nag-umpisa mag-host sa Channel 7. Alam mo yun, I didn't finish college, I didn't have a diploma. I went for the ETIAP program. Ako'y, bakit ko ba gusto makatapos no? Nakalimutan ko nang nakatapos, hindi ako tapos. I forgot that I had no diploma because I was busy making a living. I was busy working. Pero bakit? Isa sa mga dahilan dahil wala akong diploma sa aming bahay na naipangako ko sa aking ama at sa aking ina sa probinsya. Isang malaking regalo ang diploma. So I went for it. I graduated college. And then I remember it was in 2005. I was doing a show. And nag-aral ako ulit. I went for my master's. I went for my master's studies in communications. Natapos ko rin ito. Naalala ko pa, I was supposed to defend my thesis. I was in Cebu I was interviewing Governor then Governor, she's Governor again, Gwen Garcia, and back-to-back with Kenneth Cobonpue. During breaks, nagre-review ako dahil Monday, pagbalik ko sa Maynila, I was defending my masteral thesis. So, busy man, I went for my master's. I defended my thesis. Naalala ko ito dahil yung aking advisor, doon kami nakikita sa Novaliches sa isang sing-along. Dahil yun lang yung bukas na lugar after my shows. So, nagkikita kami doon, nagre-review kami ng thesis, I was preparing for my defense. I remember in my defense, sa master's kasi, ang defense merong guardian of text, may guardian of form, etc. And ang pagkakaiba kasi ng defense ng master's at saka ng dissertation, sa masteral defense, pwede kang tulungan ng advisor mo. So, naalala ko, dahil nga sa trabaho natin, napaka-busy ng ating schedules. So, I wrote my thesis, I defended it. In the middle of my defense, may isang panel na nagsabing, dapat ang discussion mong ito should be in the related literature portion. So ako'y nakikinig lamang dahil mahuhusay naman talaga itong mga deans, itong mga doktora, at itong mga panelists na ito na binubusisi talaga ang iyong thesis. So, sinabi ko, I was in total agreement with the observation of the panelists. Pero nakiusap ako dahil wala akong panahon. Ito'y kinikwento ko lamang para malaman natin na kahit sa academe, kahit napaka-rigorous, napaka-rigid ng requirements, may puso rin eh. So I told the panelists, sabi ko, ma'am, I totally agree with your point, but can I do the corrections now? Ginawa ko yun. So, sabi niya, we will give you 20 minutes to make adjustments of your thesis. Sinulat ko, handwritten, I made the correction that they raised in my defense of my masteral thesis. After 20 minutes, bumalik na yung panel, pinagpatuloy ko yung aking defense, and then, 20 minutes, pinapag-antay nila ko, makukuha mo kaagad ang grado mo eh. In my experience, I was given my grade, so I got my master's. Ang doctoral, ibang kwento. Yung doctoral, nahirapan ako ng gusto dahil medyo mahirap na. I was lucky because I was advised by one of the most respected names in social development, si Professor Emeritus na yata ngayon, Dr. Lito Manalili ng University of the Philippines. And my doctoral degrees in social development. Mahabang panahon kasi may geopolitics, may lahat ang social development classes. And consultative kasi ang doctoral degree, consultative. You know, you're provided with reading materials and then you go and see your advisor or your doctor, your teacher for consultations. So, nahirapan lang ako dahil medyo mahirap talaga, kailangan ng oras. But the most difficult, hindi ako magsisinungaling, the most difficult human experience in my quest for academic knowledge was my defense of my dissertation. Kaya kasi dito sa programang ito, like sa Masteral, dito sa AMAON, may choice eh. Pwede kang mag-defend online, and this is really a brilliant innovation, or pwede ka rin mag-defend ng live. You have a choice. We have that in our program, right? Yung aking defense ng dissertation ko, sobrang hirap. Kasi people would say, was it easy for you because you were Boy Abunda, you're a public figure, or was it difficult? It was the most difficult academic experience para sa akin. Ano yun eh, may notion na pag nagdi-defend ka ng dissertation, umiiyak, may mga hinihimatay, may mga nagpo-postpone dahil it's scary. It's scary and sacred at the same time. Dahil nasa harap mo yung dissertation mo. Ang dissertation is you propose something that had not been proposed in the past. It has to be a new novel proposition. Ang akin, malapit sa aking puso, maternal love. Bilang maternal love as a tool for leadership. Kaya medyo wala ako masyadong academic materials. Pero ang hindi ko malilimutan ay kung paano ka kinakalikot, kung paano ka binubusisi to the point of being broken. Totoo. To the point of being broken. Doon ko naalala na ganito pala kahirap ito. Was there a moment that I wanted to back out? Yes. Yung parang bagang kumikita na ako, may trabaho na ako, may pamasahin na ako, may pagkain na ako, ba't ko ba pinagdadaanan ito? But I realized that I had to finish it. It was the last step of my academic journey in school. Sobra akong nahirapan. Unang tanong pa lang sa akin kasi, you know, we have a hypothesis which is not really necessary, in dissertations. Ngayon, pwede ka nang dumiretso sa prefatory. You know, sometimes, you know, your panel would say, you don't even need to hypothesize. And I was told immediately by the chair of my panel that my hypothesis was redundant. So, doon pa lamang, may kinabahan ako ng konti. I was jittery, pero handa ako inaral ko ng gusto. That experience is forever embedded in my system. Na para bagang naghanap ako ng bato na ipupukpok sa akin, but it was a necessary bato para patuloy akong gising at bukas para matuto. Oo, napakahirap nung at saka ang dissertation, hindi pwede tumulong ang advisor mo. You're on your own. You defend your work alone. I don't know in other schools, but in my defense, one of the best minds in social development was beside me, pero hindi siya makapagsalita. Finally, I would just like to share with you na pagkatapos ng napakahirap na defense ng aking dissertation, Dr. Lito Manalili was allowed to speak after my defense. At sinabi niya, itong trabaho ni Ginoong Abunda ay ginawa niya ng napakahabang panahon, napakahusay magtagalog nung Dr. Manalili. Sabi niya, binigay niya dito ang kanyang puso, ito ay kanyang kwento, because it is important to really go back to your core. It's go to your truth. And my truth is that naniniwala ako na this country will be a better place, this world will be a better place if people are more aware of the presence of their parents and their lives. Itong gagawin ko bang ito ay makakabuti sa mundo? Itong gagawin ko bang ito ay ikaka-proud ng ating nanay at tatay? Yun lang naman yung proposisyon na ginagawa ko. Sabi niya, I don't know if well, anyway, a part of what he said was, masaya siya na tumayo ako, tumindig ako at ipinagtanggol ko ang aking dissertation. Pero sabi niya, may bahid ng lungkot dahil sana'y makita nila yung kaluluwa ng trabaho. He didn't want the panel to miss the spirit of my work because it was about maternal love. It was about maternal love. At sanay tayo sa mga press conferences, sanay tayo sa mga Q&A, yun lang yun. And I would like to encourage itong aking mga kasamahan, totoo, go for it. Go for it. Anong nagawa sa akin nun? It broadened my perspective as an interviewer. Alam ko dalawa yung aking buhay dahil pag ako'y nasa ere, I talk about show business. On my other show, I talk about political scientists and politicians and social development issues. Pero ang nagawa sa akin ng edukasyon ay yung lumawak ng todo, yung aking perspektibo tungkol sa maraming bagay. At lalo na naging interesante ako to know more about the things I don't know. Kasi marami ang nagsasabi, wala naman akong alam. But knowledge, I realized, comes from a space of not knowing. You start from not knowing. Di ko alam eh. From not knowing, you move to a space of knowledge. And that journey is education. And that is accessible to all of us. Natutuwa ko ng AMAON is into it, offering people who are in jobs, who work, who say, I don't have time to go to school. Ngayon, at your pace, sa oras mo, pwede kang mag-masters. Sa oras mo, pwede kang mag-doctoral degree. So, mahirap man, hindi ako mambobola na it's a walk in the park. It is not. But at the end of that journey, it's a kind of fulfillment na pwede mong baunin magpahanggang saan man at magpahanggang kailan. So I wouldn't be surprised if one day Manay Lolin decides to go for a doctoral degree. Because she can. Because she can. Yun lamang. Maraming salamat sa pagkakataong ito.
Online education.
Itong contract.
Kasi di ba,
Binding na to.
hindi, may ano di ba yung sometimes you mock up your
Change gift.
malis na.
Exchange.
One more. Okay. All right. One more. All right.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the programs that you offer also for the AMA University Online Education? What particular courses are these? And what are some of the usual requirements that you actually ask for students? And also the big question, how much is it?
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Micah, the Sales and Marketing Head of AMA Web. For Masters, we actually have a series of programs, one of which is Masters in Information Technology. The other one is Masters in computer education, and then Masters in Business Administration, and Masters in Public Administration. And then for doctorate, we have doctorate in information technology and doctorate in business administration. For the requirements, the usual admission requirements, you need the TOR from the previous school, and then the diploma, and then we can actually give you a copy of the requirements, so if you want to enroll, you can have it as well. Then for the golden question of how much, it's very, very cost efficient and affordable. It's just,
A ballpark figure.
well, it depends on how many subjects you will be taking in a term. You can get like 2 to 3 or 2 to 5 subjects in one term, and one subject is 4,000. For about 4,000, and plus 1,000 admission fee, so it's very, very affordable.
Doctoral now is about 6,000.
Doctoral is about 6,000.
All of these can be processed.
Yes, AMA Online Education is the first and only full online education, so you don't have to go to the physical school. So it's very effective for those that are busy working, or some people that are also abroad.
In AMA University Online, 80% of the enrollees enrolling on the program is based in the Philippines, and about 20% are from abroad. Normally, they are OFW or working in various countries. To add on the Micah said, under Masteral program, we actually require them to submit their TOR and diploma online, so they can be evaluated by our team. For us to know if you're applying for a particular Masteral program, and to check if your bachelor's degree is aligned to that particular master program. Else, you have to enroll the pre-masteral requirement. That's the normal process. Bridging. Normally they call it bridging program.
We will find time. We will find time. Yun din yung problema ko nung I was going for my master's and my dissertation, my doctoral degree. Parang ang problema kong una panahon, pero nahahanapan mo talaga eh. You just have to adjust your schedule, your lifestyle. Kasi noon when I was taking my doctoral degree, my weekends were spent in campus. I guest lectured a couple of months ago. I was just talking about it at the University of Hong Kong. Pero hybrid yung program kasi online at saka may interface teaching. Ginagawa yan ng mga ibang universidad. If you notice, I can only mention University of Hong Kong because it's outside of the territory. Bago kami mag-usap ni Ferdy, sabi ko, interesado ako to endorse the masteral and doctoral programs of AMA. By the way, I'm here because I'm a friend of the family also. Ambassador, I will not forget Ambassador Aguilus's birthday. I hosted it. I mean, I did the interview. I spoke in a graduation ceremony for AMA. So this is not a first engagement. Hindi ito yung namili lamang sila ng endorser and ako ang napili. I'd like to think that there is a relationship between me and the school. Doon sa pagtuturo, hiniling ko yun. Sabi ko, gusto ko magturo. Pero ang passion ko ngayon is I'd like to be able to teach public speaking. Which I did. I wrote a syllabus for the university in collaboration with 2 teachers. Hindi ko lang kinaya yung buong SEM na, pero kung team teaching kaya ko, pag weekend teaching kaya ko, pero mag-a-adjust ng oras. But I have a syllabus for, sa Hong Kong halimbawa, ang ginawa ko ay weekends eh. Kinaya namin ng siyam. Pero nag-comply kami doon sa number of hours required. I'd like to go into, because I'm trying to develop that syllabus and I'd like to try it out here. I've been doing workshops kasi, mga 3-day workshops or 2-day workshops. Kanina, nag-uumpisa na kami magkwentuhan tungkol sa mga Q&A training na ginagawa ko sa mga beauty queens. There's an academic attack to that. There's an academic syllabus actually for public speaking, which I'd like to be able to offer in AMA. Salamat.
Karamihan po sa kanila ay ongoing. Meron tayong mga endorser na currently enrolled on psychology, bachelor's AB psychology program. About to graduate na rin siya. Merong mga dance group na under senior high school, isa naman is college program. Then meron din related to counselor na nag-enroll din ng college online. So, currently wala pang graduate, about to graduate pa lang. Candidate for graduation.
We can.
Charlene San Pedro.
Is it confidential? Hindi naman siguro.
Well, siguro we can announce, wala naman kami na confidentiality. Boy Band PH is enrolled. The members of Boy Band PH are enrolled at our online. And of course, Rita Carlos is also enrolled. Rita Carlos is also enrolled. De La Cruz. Micah De La Cruz is also enrolled. Kim De Leon.
Si Angelica also.
Yeah.
De La Cruz.
Kim De Leon went into AMA Makati and now he's going to transfer to the online because of the kind of job that he has right now. Andre Paras is another.
Actually, we want all the stars to enroll yung hindi pa tapos ng bachelor para they could finish their bachelor degree at their own pace and time.
Oo. Pero talaga ko mas maraming artista na ngayon din ang parang I think, base sa mga pag-uusap ko, maraming artista ngayon ang nais mag-aral. Ang problema kasi nila is, di ba, yung napaka erratic nung schedule. Pero when you have programs like AMAON, you can work around, schedules. Ang unang problema talaga schedule. Ako, that was my biggest problem. Pero pag nagdesisyon ka, magagawan mo talaga ng paraan. Magagawan mo ng paraan. Sabi ko nga, ay hindi ko malilimutan talaga, I was reviewing for my defense, my thesis defense, during breaks of my bottom line taping in Cebu. Pwede. Ang ino-offer natin kasi is that online, on your time, di ba? Pace mo. So, wala nang excuse.
There's no limit, like you have to finish it in 2 years or nothing like that?
Ganito po yung sistema. If you enroll today, you're given 98 days. Normally, 1 trimester yun, isang term, to complete the requirements of that subject. So, alam naman natin na karamihan na nag-enroll ay working professionals. So, binibigyan ka ng leeway. Say, naging busy ako, may project ako this month. Can I extend my course? Of course, yes. Sa ibang traditional school, you cannot do that. You will be definitely drop ka or kailangan mong for completion yung course mo. But in a case ng AMA online education, you can extend that particular subject.
Does that affect tuition fee?
No, you just pay the corresponding extension. Instead of enrolling that particular courses, mas magastos if you enroll those courses again.
Is it cheaper to go online than go to a campus?
Definitely no,
Normally in a campus.
mas cheaper po si AMA online dahil wala ka namang ginagamit na campus, na library, na comfort room, wala utilities. You just only use the cloud and our learning resources.
Pero pag nag-request, halimbawa, we were talking about this, pag nag-request ng interface consultation with teachers, napapagbigyan natin yun.
Normally, yes. We organize a virtual classroom. We can set a schedule on particular day and particular topic. The mentor for that course will organize a virtual classroom. So all of our online students can join and participate in that virtual classroom.
Alam mo, Danilo, because I guest lectured lang sa University of Hong Kong, pangarap ko talaga magturo. Pero nga dahil nga again sa schedule. Pero isa sa mga estudyante ko, I taught public speaking. Isang yaya na may PhD, nagpi-PhD.
Wow!
Totoo. Ang galing eh. Parang, ganun din ang reaction ko. Sabi ko, why are you even taking this class? Basically communications. Because I'd like to be able to communicate better. Naalala ko lamang ito because some weeks ago, I had dinner with Saisa Makani, the domestic helper in Hong Kong who is now an accomplished photographer. Ganun sila. In other words, I think that yung mensahe na i-deliver natin ay we have been wired to be limited by our cultural ideas about who we are and about what others should be. Alam mo yung, dito lang tayo eh. I think what AMAON is trying to say is you can move forward. You can move forward na hindi mo masyadong niraraffle yung buhay mo. Because you can. You really can. And siguro hindi na natin pag-uusapan kung anong advantages ng may master's degree. Hindi na natin pag-uusapan ang advantages ng may doctoral degree, di ba? So, built-in eh. Pero normal yung reaksyon that you come from the point of a problem. Ay, hindi ko kaya. Wala akong... Doon eh. Normal eh. Because we are defensive about where we are and who we are. I was there. Ang una kong reaksyon din, subok na lang, baka hindi ko kayanin. Oo. Pero when you come to think about it and when you try it, kaya eh.
And also po, yung digital economy natin ngayon. So, lahat ay converted to digital. Order ka ng pagkain, mobile na. Order ka taxi, mag-grab ka. So, in education, there is also mode of delivery, one of which is full online. So that's the AMA online education. We provide limitless and borderless education for every Filipino.
Kuya Boy.
Pwede daw no? Kasi si Attorney June.
Wala pa.
Wala. Currently po, no, wala pang law approved curriculum ng AMA University for the law, but pwede siya explore in partnership with other known law school. We have the platform, we have the curriculum, and marami naman tayong mga magagaling na mga professor on law. We can join forces po to deliver an online law program.
Ganda nun, June.
And they need public speaking, the law students.
Oo naman.
Writing.
Maraming. I had
I
students.
thought they become writing to law students.
Hindi, totoo yun. Pero ang ganda siguro, ako I would take up, I may not want to be a lawyer, for example, but I would take up classes, subjects in law. Legal management, for example, reading contracts, yung mga basics, no? Dahil, halimbawa, alam mo June, nung binabasa ko yung desisyon ni Marvick ni Justice Leonen on marriage equality, parang nagbabasa ako ng nobela. Ang ganda eh. Yung sana naiintindihan ko yung kalahati. Oo, totoo yun. Yes, John.
Anong pakiramdam mo kapag narinig mong tinatawag kang Dr. Eugenio?
Nung una naiilang, pero sa mga universidad kung saan ako'y may engagement and interaction with academics, sanay na ako. Pero sa atin, halimbawa sa studio mo, sa atin, halimbawa tayo na magkakilala even before the war, so, may ilang factor. May parang, ay tinawag ako ni Manay kahapon ng doctor. Pero sa halimbawa sa classroom, when I guest lecture, nasasanay na ako. Dahil, pag inisip mo rin, I worked so hard for that title. I worked so hard. May mga nagsasabi nga, ano yan, honorary? Hindi ho. Hindi ho. Pinaghirapan ko talaga yun. Pinaghirapan ko talaga. So may dalawang mundo na pwede mo namang pagdugtungin. Hanggang pasanay ka siguro. Hindi na ako dati awkward, pero ngayon, okay na ako. Malay natin, I don't know, with this AMA, OED involvement, I'd like to be able to put up my own school. Pero simple lang, alam mo yung parang Academy of the Arts, kung saan may public speaking, may acting, I'm talking to one of the foremost acting coaches of this country. Baka pwedeng ilang mga artes ang tawag namin sa National Commission for Culture and the Arts. I'd like to be able to put up my own school. Malay ko sa tulong ng ama, ng AMA.
In college or teaching in graduate school?
Both. I can do
Do you
both.
know how many students there are in a college class?
Oo, alam ko naman.
It can go as high as 50.
Oo, mga ganon. Actually ngayon, ako'y umuupo na sa mga defense. I've been invited to be a panelist in dissertation defense or masteral defenses. Umuupo na.
Kuya Boy,
Di ko pa alam, pangarap lang, nasabi ko lang ngayon.
Pero maganda yun, no? Dapat panganapin mo muna para sa
Correct, pinapangarap ko lang. Pinapangarap ko lang.
You said something about that one of the options for you, aside from teaching, is maybe you can open your own school.
I really want.
Maybe you can have something about, kasi ang daming gusto mag-artista, but not everyone knows what it entails, what it can do. Are you thinking of that in the way that they do in Korea?
Yes. And not the way they do in Korea in terms of training. Because that's part of their management deal. Pero kung halimbawa, classes on, because I'm writing a book now, 13 things I know about managing public figures in the Philippines. Pero halimbawa, lectures on what management is all about, how it is to behave as a talent in a landscape like the Philippines. Siguro, introductory lectures on how you become a movie star or an entertainer in this country. Yes. Pero ang gusto ko talaga akademya, ang academy na gusto ko, yung meron akong public speaking na certificate course, meron akong acting, I'll get probably somebody like, halimbawa lang, no, kung po pwede, the name that comes to me is Ryan Carlos, and then another one, to handle, let's say, movement that can include dance and whatever movements, di ba? Yung ganun lang, parang sa LA, yung mga maliliit na buildings na ganun, yung mga ganun lang, tapos 2 classrooms, 1 office, yun lang naman. Oo.
Boy Robert Powell has